Hey guys, Darren here. Take two. Uh, See how that worked. See if you guys pop back in now. Okay, Marvin's back. I'm using a mix of potting soil and orchid mix. This is dirty dirt, dirt that might have gotten contaminated by little bugs that like the orchids, like the plants the uppity plants we're doing. So I don't throw nothing away. So I'm trying this dirt. Hey, Christy, how are you doing? Okay, everybody seems to be back, although it's only showing as one person on here. I don't know. Go figure. But hopefully these things will start doing good. The stuff that I had planted the other day, all of that basil, every one of those basil came up. That's good seed. That's new seed. And it was like, holy cow, these guys came in like gangbusters. There you go. Redneck Preppers back. Uppity plants. It's like Mrs. Vanderplant. Yes, yes. The uppity plants are those exotic house plants that we grow and sell. Starting to do that. And those things, you got to do a certain kind of dirt, and you can't put them in a bigger pot. I'll do a complete video on it. It's interesting if you're if you're interested in that kind of stuff. Um, I kind of geek out on my plants, even though I don't do a lot of it. The hooch, Shauna, does more of the other stuff of the exotic house plants, and we got a bunch. I'll have to do a video and show you guys. But there's a whole bunch of these that are upstairs, and we had attempted to put them in the greenhouse, but it just would not work for them. To let me see if I got any more. That's all. These are Bonnie Best. Had to add somebody to your live stream. No, I still hadn't, Doc. Marvin, I still have not. Um, this is a 120-year-old heirloom Bonnie Best. It's a good canning and just eating tomato. Uh, Medium-sized fruit, round, red, meaty, and flavorful. Good product, fresh or canned. Hit your ferns, couldn't take the winter in the greenhouse, so got to buy more again this year. Man, I understand. Uh, where Bonnie is now, I have no idea. She's probably with Clyde, though. That would be a pun. So we got 72 of these tomatoes situated and set up. Hopefully, we'll have some germination. These are all brand new seed. I don't know if you got. There it is. Get back in there, dude. This dirt is live, but like I said, it's uppity dirt, and it's got the perlite and vermiculite and all that stuff in it. I don't usually do this for potting soil, but this is extras, like I said. So it's either sterilize this or just use it for my junk. And have any of you guys ever sterilized dirt before in your oven? They have nursery all over us, but the HQ and main nursery is Springs, Alabama. Yes. Are you talking about Bonnie? Yeah. There we go. So these guys are done and done. And these, I'm going to save the packs. Bonnie tomato. There we go. I'm going to set them up on a heat mat. I'm going to water them. Uppity dirt. First, oh yeah, you know that uppity dirt. Okay, that's the dirt that you pay like $20 for a bag, and you're like, I just bought dirt. God makes dirt. You know, other places don't make dirt. Um, Interestingly enough, Scott's that makes the Miracle Grow, their plant, their southern plant is about 20 miles up the road. I've actually gone in it and fixed some equipment for them before, and they have mountains of that uppity dirt that they reject. And I've thought about going over there and getting a truckload of it, but you know, it is full of, you know, fertilizers and all that stuff. So 72 sales of tomatoes. These are not all the tomatoes we're going to do. Let me set these over here. There we go. Now I'm back. We have all of them. We'll end up probably planting, starting 300 or 400 types, or 300 or 400 tomatoes. Um, Half of them I'll give away, half of them in sale, you know, and it'll make enough money to pay for uppity dirt. These guys and more uppity seeds. Need an old dump truck around the house. Yes, gosh, I wish I had one. Or yeah, it's a flatbed truck with a dump bed or something like that. Yeah, I wish I did, because I need some sawdust, and I need semi truckloads of sawdust. I just want to put it all over the property and just let it rot into the ground. But that'll be later on. But what else has been happening? Oh, I did want to ask you guys. And surviving in Alabama, and I have talked about this briefly before. If you couldn't live in the United States, if you had to go somewhere else, based off of what you know or what you've heard, where would you go? Now, if you have a secret super hideout in another country, please don't tell me. I don't want to know. Check Facebook Marketplace. Usually some cheap trailers on there. Okay, need a fancy jump truck. Yes, for uppity dirt. Probably need a pink dump truck. Oh, lights just went out in the greenhouse. Need a pink dump truck for the uppity dirt, or some kind of pastel. But I have no idea where I would go if I had to leave. Excuse me. If I had to leave, I don't know. Costa Rica has been offered. The weather is nice in southern Argentina. Yes, sir. Argentina, Costa Rica. Um, I looked on some different sites, and like it was like Belgium, the Netherlands, Spain, but then it really doesn't. Yeah, I know. The thing is, are they freedom oriented with carrying something that allows you to keep your freedom? Let's say that. Are they freedom oriented? I don't think so. Several of them are not. Um, Trinidad was one also, and it said you know, one of the biggest security things was pickpockets. I was like, well, wouldn't be pickpockets if you shot them. Did I say that, or was I thinking that? So I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. It was something. All these people started commenting, saying that they moved out of the United States. They're citizens, but they're expats, and they moved out in yeah, Philippines was one, um, Trinidad, New Zealand, Costa Rica, Argentina. You go back and look at the video and just scroll down. It's all these people saying that they live out there and do all this. And from what they were saying and what I collected information, if you get some sort of stipend or retirement or pension or social security, $2,000 a month, you could live very, very well off $2,000 a month. Now, I don't know about security or security related issues. Yeah, I've already been dissuaded from Cuba. Christy, I don't know. You probably know more about it than I do. But it's interesting. Interestingly enough, nobody said Canada or Mexico. None of the stuff that I read, none of it was pro Canada or Mexico. Neither. Australia was a no-go. Again, New Zealand, Sweden, those places like that. Some of them you have to have certain amount of money coming in to get a partial citizenship if you're over 55. So you have to have a recurring $2,000 a month and be over 55. I think like for Costa Rica. Have little dictators as leaders. Yes, yeah, they do. So I mean that's always a concern. But all of that to say this, as screwed up as everything is, I think, actually, I know the United States is still probably the best bet. So, always have a backup plan. But sometimes you just got to make changes in your own country. Whether that is through, whatever, voting someone in or voting someone out. You know my opinion of politics. I have little faith in either side. Pete's Coffee, man, that's good stuff. An island in southern Alaska. It could be. Now I wish Rocco. Yeah, Christy, absolutely. It's two wings of the same bird, and the bird is a vulture. That is my opinion of it. Left wing, right wing, it's a vulture. Either way, nobody cares. Nobody loves you. When it comes to politics and everything, ain't nobody love you but Jesus and your mama. That's the way it is. Let me go throw this away. I'll be right back. All right, guys. Now we're back. But I try not to do a whole lot of politics. I try to keep it vague and general. But I don't know. It is a shame that everything has gotten the way it is. Hang on. Let's see what Christy was saying. Was fond of. Hang on. I think of Mexico too. Is that what you're saying? I got a little icon that won't go away. So I can't see. Oh well, it's okay. Hang on. I know what to do. There we go. Just type in something. Your daddy was fond of you as well. Yes, yeah. Your mama and your daddy love you. Jesus loves you. Politicians don't love you. They do love your money, though. There we go. Yes. I don't know. I'm a little bit jaded on this because, all the stuff. I don't know what happened, but I've been here the whole time. Okay, I don't know. Later on, I will. Well, heck, I got a battery. Let's see. Oh, I say I do. Let's go for a walk and see. Better or worse? Hang on. There we go. Hang on, guys. We'll just walk out here and see how it does. Oh yeah, I can show you some stuff too. This is a big old solar light I'm testing for company. And this is another set of big old solar lights I'm testing. You can see those. We'll just park ourselves right here and see how this, there we go, will work. Is this any better? I got full bars finally. So we'll just hang out right here. A little bit cool though. There we go. I'll try to make it so it won't shine on you guys. Okay, and it might be that we do it out here. Actually, while we're out here, let's zip over into the greenhouse and we'll see how, while I have you guys with me, because I'm scared of the dark. We'll walk over here and see. I hope I don't drop this laptop. My boss just got it for me. That would be a talking to. There we go. How's this, guys? Keep getting commercial with a guy pulling the thermos out of his crotch. That is a big crotch, I guess. You got me on that one. There we go. I needed to plug this lamp up in here anyway. Oh, it's a Gene commercial. Yeah, that is something to store a thermos in the crotchular area. There we go. Is this any better, guys? As far as reception? It shows I only got one bar. Second laugh of the day. There you go. We're just a party. A cornucopia. A laugh a minute. But we're at 18 minutes and we were probably 10 minutes on the other one. Okay. I'm not going to keep you guys too dang long. But I was just thinking, where would you go if you had to go? Next, you'll do your impression of Pennywise. There you go. But I don't really know. So it might be taking all of that. It might be that you just grab your cat and squeeze it. This is circle worms. He hangs out in the greenhouse. He sleeps on the carrots. This is probably why we didn't have carrots, because he sleeps on the carrot bed. It is a bed anyway. There we go. He's all mad now. But it's just, something to think about. So, there you go. Don't go into the basement. Hey, Savage Audits, how are you doing? You are just a rabble rousing troublemaker, good sir. Guys, you have to go to his YouTube channel and watch the things that he does. It is impressive. I will say that. It's got to be the most unique cat name I ever heard. Well, it all goes back to he came up into the yard, uh, giving it to the Terrys. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Give it to him, buddy. Um, Circle worms came up in the yard, came up to the back door, little bitty kitten, about that big, and I'm a sucker. And I said, "There's a damn cat here at the back door," and so we took him in, and he was covered in ringworm, covered with ringworm. Now, who all got ringworm? Everybody in the house got ringworm from that stupid cat, and the grandkids. But my grandson Xander, he couldn't remember ringworm, but he could remember circle worm at the time. And so he kept saying, "Don't touch him, Nana. He'll give you circle worms." And I thought, that's a pretty dang good name for a cat, circle worms. So that is circle worms. And he has since gotten over all of his circle worms, his ringworms. And then the other one, the other bookend that they don't feed the prisoners. If someone brings food for them, they eat. If not, they starve. No one wants to go to that jail. I have actually heard of that. Yeah. Um, yeah. Yeah. And it is up to the family to bring food to them. Yes, I have heard that. I I think I think the Muslims do something similar like that. Um, but I'm not quite sure. Yeah, Christy, ringworm is very, very, very contagious. Um, and you get it, and it's just that round circle. The parasite that pops up on your skin, and it's an honest to goodness circle, and you put the stuff on it, and it goes away. But yeah, you can use Lamisil, which is stuff for athlete's foot. Anything with that will treat athlete's foot or most yeast infections, stuff like that. I'm not a doctor. This is just what I've heard, and it will work. Yep. Yeah. Thank you, Redneck Prepper. You're right. It is a fungus. It's not a parasite. Uh, it was some oily stuff that got rid of it. Yeah. Yeah. And basically, you just keep applying it, and it will kill it off, and then it goes away. Um, but yeah, Redneck Prepper was correct. It is a fungus. I said it wrong. It's not a parasite. It is a fungus. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Um, but that is just some of the stuff that we're talking about all the stuff that might happen if everything kind of went down, and that would be pretty common. Uh, athlete's foot. There's a fungus among us. Yes, sir, there is, Doc. Um, that would be a big problem. Um, it makes you want to change your socks, that kind of stuff, because that stuff it can become a very chronic problem, and athlete's foot, all that stuff. Athlete's foot will put you down if you guys have ever humped or humped a hike, humped a ruck. If you've ever done like a 10 mile and you got athlete's foot. I know some of you guys have been in the military, and they're screaming at you to change your socks, powder your feet. Holy cow! Um, athlete's foot will make you walk on your tiptoes if it gets bad enough. It's just something that It would be an unsexy video, but that would be a really good video. Talk about moleskin, using moleskin, changing your socks, good boots, that kind of stuff will. We used to call them your SSs. What'd you come up in? I came in my SS, my shoes and my socks. Or what do they call it? Your leather sleds. You know, that would be your shoes. Is something to really consider. And most shoes are not well made for for that kind of a trek, that kind of a long hike. If you're going to be doing it, I do. These are safety shoes, leather, steel toed. I wear these all the time. I walk 4 or 5 miles every day, climb, crawl sometimes, and they're pretty comfortable. I can walk in them all day long. I don't know about running or anything like that. Did a 50-mile. Whoo, my friend. Yes, sir. Surviving in Alabama, did 50 miles in the Marines, a ruck or whew, that right there is a march. Dadgum. That is a long 50 miles is from here in Centerville to Birmingham. I think it's 56 or 60, something like that. It's almost here to Birmingham. That's a lot of walking. And you're toting, you're probably toting a load out as well. So you got another 60 or 70 pounds of crap. That's a lot of walking. I did a 10-mile hike in the Boy Scouts years ago. Yes, sir. Christy says, I tell you, I found out in the snow, muck boots won't keep your feet warm. Put hot hands in your socks. Yes, absolutely. Those little things that you slide in your gloves. Yes, ma'am. They will do very well keeping your feet warm. And those are actually not the used ones, but you can also, when you see them on clearance at Walmart and stuff like that, the end of the winter season, which is they're about to go on clearance. Those, if you're doing like food storage, 5-gallon buckets, those are actually oxygen absorbers because they absorb moisture, and it has iron oxide in it. And the moisture reacts with the iron oxide and it generates heat. And it's actually absorbing the oxygen as well. So that's what makes hot hands work. That it's reacting with the oxygen and the moisture, and it sucks it all out. So you can put those in there like a Mylar bag, throw it in there, seal it up good, and put the lid on that thing. If it has a rubber seal, you'll have to cut the lid off that 5-gallon bucket to get that thing open. Just throw one big one inside the Mylar, heat seal it, fold it down, and that thing will suck everything. It'll suck all the oxygen out. Now, I'm going down a wormhole here, or down a rabbit hole. Oxygen absorbers only absorb oxygen. So if there's a little bit of puffy inside your Mylar bag, bear in mind that 70% of the air you breathe is nitrogen. So it did suck out all the oxygen, but there's still nitrogen and a bunch of other inert gases. I'm going to say like 78% nitrogen and other inert gases, not accounting for oxygen, and it will suck it out to a degree. Yeah, it will, and that's one of the videos I'm going to be doing. I'm waiting on my big old 5-gallon Mylar bags, and I'll do a video of that. And if you have like a bulk item like beans or rice, and you just want to pour it in one 5-gallon bucket and not divide it up, do it that way. It works really well, and it's cheap to do it that way. Also, the bags are, I think you can get, I don't know, 20 of those 5-gallon bags for $30, but you can use them over and over again. Just cut and redo it. Try to buy winter clothes and supplies in spring when that thing's going on sale. Yes, ma'am. That or the thrift store. That's a really good way to get it. And it is a whole lot cheaper. And we buy, like for the grandkids, we don't have a lot, but we've got a couple at neck size up clothes and shoes and stuff like that. And just like I did those toboggans, vacuum seal them. Maybe if you wanted to, stick some lavender in there so it'll smell nice when you open it up. Vacuum seal them, stick them in a 5-gallon bucket, and they'll last forever. And you ain't got to worry about moths or anything like that. Well, all right, guys, we are at 30 minutes, and that is my thoughts for the day. We'll have to get on a regular format. Have y'all had any more problems since I came up here, as far as connection problems? Looks like I've got like 2 or 3 bars. But let me know when we may start just doing them out here. It's still fairly warm. Nope, all good. Okay, no problems. Okay, good. It was, I guess, down below ground. It did not. Okay, okay, that's what it was. It just being underground, it did not work out that well. I figured it would, but this is just as comfortable as anywhere else. Anyway, guys, we are going to wrap it up. Thank you for coming by. We'll do one tomorrow live stream. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Share it with a friend. Share it with somebody you don't like and make their day even worse. How about that? All right, guys. Y'all have a good evening. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your people. See you guys later.